All right, everybody. Trying to put a video a day out for a while. Whether I'm making a ton of progress or not. Trying to get this transmission pulled out because I showed y'all in the last video that one over there is shot. Don't know what's wrong with it, but I'm starting to get this one tore down. Getting the primary off so I can get the oil bag out easier, pull the starter off. I got the battery tray out of it. And man, let me tell you, that dual exhaust pipe, that was a booger to figure out how to fish out of there. But I'm just about ready to pull the primary off of it. I hope y'all can see it. I'm not sure if you can or not. But I don't know if you can see that. That's all the fluid that came out of the primary. And I'm pretty sure this was a recirculator. The oil from the engine came over here, oiled the chain, went back to the engine. Because I pulled that plug out and oh my God, it was not just clutch plate material. I found solid little pieces of metal. That was one of the worst plugs I ever pulled. Look at this. Somebody has installed a chain tensioner on this bike. Look at that. Look. Can y'all see that? Why? I don't know. Lot of little hidden surprises on this bike. Great motor, solid frame. Just thousands of hands been on it. Don't lose the thrust washer. That's what Big Ed, you was wondering where that brass washer went. It just slides right on your jack shaft right there. It keeps your shaft from jumping through your inner bearing right there. That's what it does. It's the thrust washer. So be sure and keep up with that. Now I've got to pull this compensator, clutch basket. I got to pull all this out, get the primary off of it. Yeah, it's a lot of work. At least they safety tied. Everything's safety tied. That's good. But yeah, got to get all this out of here. So I will keep tuning you guys in. I need to pull that down. I need to pull this coil too. Get it out of the way. I think once I get the inner primary off, the oil bag will come out a little easier. I need a 3/8. That's the one wrench I don't have over here probably. Nope, I don't have one. Ah, man, I didn't dump that right on top of my light cord. I don't know why I had that dangling in the trash anyway. Ah, that 10mm, just good enough to break it loose. This is a whole lot of work that I did not anticipate. Thought I had a good transmission. Should have known not to trust that boy at the damn flea market. What was wrong with me, y'all? Trusting folks at the flea market. What's the world coming to when you can't trust a shady ass dude at the flea market no more? I don't think there's much wrong with it. I think it's a simple fix. I just don't know what it is now. I can't get the ratchet lid off of it, take a look at it. And not sure I'd know what the hell I was looking at even if I got it off, to be honest with you. Get it off, be like, oh look, there's all that. What's wrong and right? I don't know. All right, that's gonna be a, is that a 9/16? probably be the points wire up there. Let's see, this one's got the spacers on it. Yep. Not sure why that is. Of course, I dropped every bit of it back there. That's okay. That's okay. Damn, I didn't see that. That's spark plug wire boogered up, and these spark plug wires. I guess they had to space it out for some clearance or something. I don't really know. We're gonna put that in there. We're gonna put that in there and see if I can see where that other spacer went. Yeah, we'll find it when we pull the transmission out. We'll be like, oh, where'd that go? All right, pull shit. If I just unwire the solenoid, I don't got to pull that pin. You got to push that spring in right here, and then push that little cup in, and pull this little pin out in order to pull that out. But I don't got to do that. I'll just unhook all the wires, because that's your solenoid. It kicks in. What it does is it causes this arm to engage, this bendix to engage, catch your starter ring gear, and boom, boom, boom. Oh, there it is. Spacer. Oh, that's a hot mess, ain't it? Where's that one go? That's my... Alright. Bottom of the solenoid goes to my battery. Big one on the top post should go to the starter. That one on the starter, yeah, there it is. Which one is that? Okay, bottom one goes to the starter, top one goes to the hot post on the battery, and then that small one right there, that's going to be my 12 volts. That's going to be my starter button. That's what's going to engage the solenoid. Okay, so I got all that documented. I can take it off now. Been a minute since I've unwired one of these. Because I plan on leaving the electric start on this bike. I'm trying to get this damn transmission pulled tonight. Get that thing put back together before I gotta go back to work, because I'm hoping Wednesday I'm picking stuff up, at least a seat and a sissy bar. But who knows? Man, it's sunshine almost 70 degrees here. I should have, yeah. I took that road glide out for a nice little ride today. I should have stayed on it instead of coming in here and working on this. My wife's on her way home. Want me to take her for a ride, and I don't feel like it, so she's wanting to get her bike out, so she's probably going to come home and take off on her bike. I'd like to, but I've read a little bit today. I got shit to do in here. I can't think about riding. I only had so many days off. I took 2 vacation days last week to give me a 6-day weekend and try and make some progress. And Run into all these problems with that transmission. All right, that's unhooked. I don't got to take that off. I think I can start pulling the starter. Yeah. Oh no, I am gonna have to. Am I gonna have to pull that solenoid? I can't remember. I'm at least gonna have to unlock that arm. I can get that off, I think, once I pull this out. So, all right, my wife's calling. I'll bring y'all back in a little bit. All right, I'm just about to pull clutch hub off. I've got the compensator ready to come off. 1 1/8 on it. But I want to show y'all something. This had those anti-vibration clutches in it. There's supposed to be little ball bearings up inside of there. I don't know if I'm holding it where you can see it. They're all gone. Some of these are completely missing. And I found little ball bearings down in the primary. There's no telling how long they've been floating around down in there. But these are all problems I ain't got to worry about right this minute. Ah, sheared that right off of there. Damn it. Now I gotta punch that out. All right, I'll be back. That's what happens when you make your own tools, folks. I have never in my life had a clutch hub that wouldn't come off. But I can't get that son of a bitch off right there. And it's gotta come off. I can't go any farther till I get the freaking clutch hub off. I even melted the clutch buddy a little bit trying to heat that damn Woodruff key. I'm trying to heat it up because it won't break loose off a bit, so I'm gonna see if I can get a gear puller on there. Might be able to get this dude on there. I don't know. I've never had to use one of these to get a clutch hub off. I don't know if this is gonna be long enough. Maybe. Ah! I ain't even in the damn shaft. Because of these fingers, I don't know if I can get in there straight or not. May have to put the clutch hub nut back on it. I don't care if I destroy this son of a bitch. One of the fingers is spinning on me anyway. Whew. I don't know what size that is. What size is that? 11/16 maybe. Man, started out just trying to pull a damn transmission off, man. Son of a bitch. Sheared that key right off. Let me unhook y'all, I'll show y'all. Never ever had that happen before. And yeah, I probably destroyed that hub. Look at that. Sheared that key right off, baby. Yeah, it destroyed that hub. Don't matter. Just the hub. I got another one. All right. Yahtzee, baby. I was beginning to wonder if I was even going to get it off. I wasn't sure. Never in my life I had that much trouble getting the inner primary off. The FXRs, they're hard to get off because part of it sits down behind the frame, so they are a booger to get out. I don't even know if I got that pointed right or not. I'm so damn tired and wore out, man, fooling with this thing. But the outer bearing fell apart. That's what's left of that bearing. There's an outer bearing. If you don't run a outer bearing support like on an open primary, it's got a bearing in it. I'll show you. So if you're gonna run an open primary, you'll run an outer bearing support like that right there. Well, it goes on there like that, and it helps carry that shaft out there. Well, when you're running an electric starter or closed primary, that bearing's in there, but that's what just fell out of that bearing right there. I don't know if that inner primary is shot or not. I don't think it is. But I got a chance to close these two ports off right here and plug those ones coming from the oil pump, going to and coming from the oil pump. If I am not mistaken, this thing actually recirculated some of the oil, which I don't want clutch plate material going back into my oil pump. Because this bike here doesn't have a electric starter on it. So see, I left that jack shaft in there. Whew! Man, this has eat up so much time. All right, so first, all the way back, neutral, second, third, fourth, first, neutral, right there. All right, so I know the shift pattern on this one at least. I need to unhook the shifter arm and break it loose. And it should be ready to come out. There's a clutch cable. I'll leave it hooked to the bike. God, this bike bike's been leaking oil for a long time. I bet that primary hasn't been off in ages. Well, I had to pull out every tool in the arsenal. But we finally got it. About to get that transmission out of there. All right, this transmission has cost me some time, man. I took some days off from work for the holidays, do some stuff around the house, and try to get this one ready. And because I will be getting stuff back next week, I'm pretty certain of that. I wanted to be ready. Then I realized I got issues with that transmission, so it's taken me 5 hours, y'all, to get this transmission out. Like, it literally fought me every way from Sunday. Had to take both exhausts off, had to pull the transmission plate, because it ain't coming out of there unless you pull the transmission plate and just slide it this way, unless you pull the oil bag out of it. But look at all the dirt and grime. That bushing's probably shot. I have no idea why somebody would install a homemade chain adjuster on this thing. You know, you remember when I said I wasn't going to chop this one up? Yeah, well, I lied. This one's 100% getting cut up because it is a complete frame off. That whole bike needs to be rebuilt. But here's the transmission. I finally got it out. Look at that crud. That's just crud built up on the back of the transmission plate. Ain't that horrible? Yeah. This one's pretty shot, dirty wise. I'll have to clean it up. I'll have to take my, I can take the, well, this one ain't got one for the, I'll have to get a cover for the Speedo right there so it don't shoot fluid out. But I'll get this thing cleaned up tomorrow. It probably needs an outer seal put in it. I'll do that. You can buy they make a good one, man, and I'll probably replace that seal. But look, I sheared that pin off. I'll have to get that, or that Woodruff key. I sheared it plumb off. I'll have to get it out of there. Get it cleaned up. I do have about, I don't know, that's 2 or 3 thousandths in play in that shaft right there. So that tells me this one will need to be rebuilt soon enough. But it's a working transmission, and it's going in that bike right there because I'm going to ride that bike soon. Thank y'all for hanging with me. I'm trying to crank these hours out. I'm real close to 4,000 watch hours. So I hope this has been enough to entertain you guys. I will put this out on Christmas Day. Merry Christmas, everybody. Hippest Chopper Corner.